and peaceful at the Mesa Police Department. People holding signs that read, "We can't breathe."
We've been here before. It's the same story. Changed the name, and people are tired. We have a choice to make. Are we going to fan the flames, or are we going to do the work that's needed to quell them?
By the afternoon, thousands had gathered and began moving across the city. It led to
everyone's watching my videos. If it happened to one of your peoples, you would fight too. So I don't even want to hear it, man. Everybody's saying this negative comments and go home with that, and you're promoting it. Man, you gotta stop killing innocent people. Period.
Be disgusted by what we witnessed on live.
Don't like my page and don't view it, you know?
An
Fuck it.
march to hours later.
Love all you guys, but man,
completely closed to traffic.
people gotta
You
speak.
can hear helicopters overhead, a tense police standoff behind us.
that-
I'm going to step
people
out of
have
the
to
way
fight
so you
for
can
Rosie
see what
Parks?
you're seeing right now.
Hey, man,
This
people
has been
gotta fight
going
for
on
killing
some
innocent
time
people.
Now, a line of police,
You know?
obviously, I-8 West has been completely shut down. Protesters are holding signs that say, "I
People
can't
gotta fight to
breathe,
vote.
no
Same
justice,
thing.
no peace." We do know there have been some tasers that had to be deployed.
We're here because we're scared, we're hurt, we're disappointed, we're angry, and we want justice. We want accountability from those who are supposed to be protecting us, not harming us.
And after hours of taking to the streets, closing down highways, and marching for what they call change, those crowds gathered once again at the La Mesa Police Department. This time, a very different scene. A police vehicle brought in to disperse crowds was vandalized within minutes. And not soon after, protests reaching a turning point.
That's what we heard earlier.
Crowds
Yep.
left fleeing, people begging for water, but many who say their message remains the same.
There's no justice, there's no peace, and I'd like to say his name, and please say his name loud, George Floyd.
So once again, that's what happened leading up to the fires and the things we're seeing right now.
went to the
in
Michael
Mesa.
Brown
I
protest
also want to point out that many
in
protesters
City
today,
Heights
they
and
were
43rd
also rioting
at the
against
police
an
station.
incident caught on
Wasn't
camera in
like
Mesa.
this,
It
but
happened
man,
on
this
Tuesday
got to stop.
involving an officer and
This
a
is
black
crazy,
male.
man.
The police department, they have released a
Unarmed.
statement regarding the incident. It says in part, "We are aware of a video circulating on social media depicting an interaction between a police officer and a citizen at the Grossmont trolley station. We immediately began a review of the incident to find out what happened. That review is ongoing, and of course we will bring you the very latest once we have it." They are asking the public to report any allegations of misconduct to their department.
And earlier today, a peaceful caravan protest in support of the I Can't Breathe campaign made its way to Mayor Faulkner's home in hopes of banning all neck restraints. The chokehold that was used in Minneapolis is banned in San Diego, but San Diego police are still allowed to practice the carotid control hold. That's where an officer bends their arm around a person's neck and applies pressure on either side of the windpipe.
Peaceful protest in honor of the loss of life of George Floyd and for the Racial Justice Coalition I Can't Breathe campaign, which has been going on in San Diego since 2017. We're trying to ban all neck restraints. This event in Minneapolis is just one of the aspects that we're banning here. We're saying all neck restraints, and we've been doing it
Happened to me
since
at Puerto Rican
2017.
Festival.
The Racial
Crazy,
Justice
man.
Coalition is asking the mayor, the police chief, and city council to ban the carotid restraint to help prevent a tragedy like George Floyd's death from ever happening in San Diego. And in Los Angeles tonight, thousands are protesting. The mayor even requested for the National Guard to be called in because now there is widespread violence and looting. Check this video out. We've been watching all
It's like the
afternoon. It's
Batman movie.
heartbroken. We know that 2 LAPD cruisers were caught on fire. A curfew is in effect right now until 5 a.m. because of
Joker
all the
movie.
violence. More than 500 people were arrested overnight. Police extended the curfew actually from downtown LA now to county-wide in a tense standoff with police near the Grove shopping area. People even attacked officers. They set those 2 PD cruisers on fire. Overnight, people were arrested for burglary, looting, battery on a police officer, and attempted murder.
Just so hard to see. People are back in the streets of Minneapolis tonight despite a curfew that was issued yesterday. Protests continue for a 5th night over the arrest and death of George Floyd. Now, the city issued an 8 p.m. curfew, which is right now local Minneapolis time. Police have opened fire with tear gas, plastic ballistics bullets and concussion grenades, sending the crowd scattering. We've seen those demonstrations across the country. They have also looted stores and set fire to multiple buildings. Now, yesterday, state police armed in riot gear, they lined up ready to restore order. You see the thousands lining the streets right now. That continues today.
That's crazy, all those people.
Comments like run over people and speed bumps.
which include over 10,000